Hi everyone, it's Eva Benmeleh. Today I want to talk about the mask of perfectionism. It's relevant because this weekend is Halloween for those who celebrate, and we will all be in costumes. Something recently happened in my life where I had to make a very big decision and decide what was going to be the best course of action for my kids and for myself. And it brought me back to a very difficult time in my life where, again, I was confronted with a very tough choice. And it got me thinking about the evolution of the process, where in the beginning, when we are so used to wearing the mask that everything's fine, that everything's perfect, that we have it all together, that nothing can stop us from changing a situation, changing a person, changing a pet, changing, that we really wear that mask so perfectly. It's almost like vanilla sky, where it's so hard to peel off and show everyone and even ourselves how we truly feel about a certain situation. And this time around, that little inner critic inside of my head was like, well, are you sure you've exhausted all of your options? Are you sure that people won't think a certain way about you with the decisions you're going to be making? Are you sure about the impact that it has on everyone and yourself? And it was this pesky little voice. It wasn't on a loudspeaker this time around, thank God. But it was definitely this pesky little voice inside of my head being like, are you sure about that? Because you are the one who has it all together. You are the one who always makes the best choices. You are the one who tries to put on this everything's perfect face. To that little voice, I replied, no, but not really. Because a lot of times, even though we have such wonderful intentions and we have such wonderful plans, things might not work out the way that we want them to, because that is life. Now we can take different approaches to it. We can hide behind the mask and say, no, everything's fine. I'm gonna hash it out, wait it out, train it out, work it out, until push comes to shove. You realize that there's only a few things that are within your control and other things that are on either other people or circumstantial control. The other option is pretending like everything's fine when it's not. You can also hide under the mask of everything's fine and go about living with tension, living with issues, living with more chaos that's brimming to the surface for the sake of keeping up with that look like everything's perfect. And the other option is actually making decisions, regardless of how difficult they are, regardless of what they bring you back to feeling, and going through the motions. And it may not be pretty, and it may not be perfect, and it may not work out as you want it to, but at least you're being authentic and true to yourself and true to the reality, which is the biggest part of it all. It's being true to the reality. Because a lot of the times, as perfectionists, we have amazing and huge imaginations where we see the potential, because we're always striving for better and for more. And we see how good it could be. But we minimize all of the work and the effort and the heartbreak and the trials and tribulations and all of that we have to go through to reach that potential. And we forget, again, that it's not always and also, or not always, up to us. And so when we're able to take that step back and to recognize, okay, this is a reality and this is what I have to work with, because the potential looks amazing. And I could spend the rest of my life trying to reach that potential. Or I could see what it is and what life is like for what it is right now and work with what I've got. Despite the decisions that have to be made, despite the feelings that go along with those decisions, because then you can move forward. So, in honor of Halloween, for those who celebrate and for those who don't, in honor of taking off the masks, I leave you with this video. I hope you guys have a great week, great weekend, and we will be speaking next time. Bye-bye.